Craig Reynolds, Phil Ward, string table 10.
What on, man? You name the big laugh. No, he's doing alright. No, every time I bet you, you've been better. Yeah. We all won. We were, you know what I mean? Fucking Cameroon, white, you know, so not even that fact. You know what? I know, yeah, he's starting it. He's starting it. Yeah. I'm just, Christian name.
Two shots. The idea is he's on the stream, you can sit in the car nice and warm and watch him on the stream.
Oh, you said
I said it's cold, I said she can go and sit in the car nice and warm with you and watch you on the stream.
I said you serve it.
Just gonna go and get my
That's freezing in here though.
Dave? Yes, Pete.
Nothing's gone for that. Nothing's gone for that. But there's just a massive one. Huh?
There's a button on the side, on the side.
Left that.
Yeah. Press the button and then lift the padlock up. Padlock in the middle. Lift it up. The side cut. There you go. Got it? Right.
Yes, smile out. Look the smile.
And then smile out.
One sec.
You want second dog? I'll let you choose your drink.
Where's my bed today? You raving that? Oh, she brings us 20 quid back. Come on then. Back out. Yes, Luke. Luke is on the face. Yes, Palm. We're on the room, or what? Run for the road. You ain't. No, sorry, young Palm. Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. Thanks. That's for you, Danny.
Want to see the
No, I'm serving, but I'm sure it's for two. Just so you know, it's in. Come on, then. Go back. Come on.
Mike, there's only three, you only want
play. That's a goal. Frank. Frank. You're right. Fair play. What are you doing? That's not rich. You jealous? Jealous, Rich? And to get on with it? No, not Andy. Oh, Richie, you was. What's going on, Rich?
One of his old friends was there.
Hola, hola.
Oh, so is that what you had later on last night?
Let's find the amateur. You got the amateur or the pro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Les was favourite to win the amateur. You rattled the Blackball. Watching it from early. Rattled the Blackball. We were standing there. And then just gone play stop with it. It's scary, man. And if you walk in the bag with that.
This one is
Next on the stream table 11, Ian Smith, Neil Britton, stream table 11.
I'll tell you. Your legs are out.
very first one, yeah.
With a reef up on the
Thanks, Molly. Molly.
Oh, they do? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. See,
So we're kicking off the last 8. Big match on stream table 11. Ian Smith versus Neil Britton. Clash of the Titans, this one, to be fair. So
Humphreys, Andreas, table 3.
For all of those that are currently watching, it has been rebooted, so if you could like and share again, get it back out there, get it reshared, because the link won't work, so if you can like and share, get it back out, let's get some players on. So two great matches on here at the minute, people. Ian Smith, Neil Britton, Craig Reynolds, Phil Ward, great matches. A couple of old stages, Phil Ward and Craig Reynolds back from the old Super League days, and two young pretenders, should we call them, Neil Britton and Ian Smith. This is going to be a cracking match, this. So yeah, get it liking and sharing and get this out there. Let's get into the business end of the day. Some great matches starting there. Bit of a mistake there from Twiggy. Just giving Neil an in early, but like I say, Twiggy's got control, but I think Neil can put that in the middle and press the blackout potentially. Match Phil Ward having a great run in this tournament. He said he was going to be fair, he backed himself to win it, and fair play to him. Craig Reynolds, an old stager. He's been out the game for a while, but class is permanent, form's temporary. And Craig's always been a great player. So, yeah, Neil eyeing up the yellows. Is he or is he on? Yeah, eyeing up the yellows, going for a let's say a treble, nearly got the quad. Twiggy now, I'm assuming he's going to take the double, the back double, and float down the table maybe, or potentially take the plant, float back up the middle of the table. Getting rid of that one with the double, coming down the table leaves nearly no man's land. So fascinating encounters these. Reynolds there just playing a very clever, very savvy shot now, and he's got a shot at the yellow and going to float onto the top rail. No need to do anything with the white. The white, the old fox, perfect. Twiggy there taking the chop to the middle, which surprises me slightly, but didn't get it. Neil's back at the table. Going to cover the bottom leg maybe. Yeah, that's the attempt. That's coming out. That'll come out with these tables. It's coming out enough, I think, for Twiggy to get that back. So Craig Reynolds gone 2-1 up against Phil Ward. It's been a great match, that, to be fair. It's going to be a great match. I think Twiggy will try and play some sort of combination shot. Either that, or I think he tried to leave a double there, cross double back into the big bag, but I think he's gone a little bit too far. So off the back cush, maybe kicking it up the backside and firing it across. Wow. That's a great shot. That's a great shot. I thought from that angle he was flicking the yellow all day long, but he's played that really well. Like I said before, just earlier on, for those of the rest of us who are joining, if you could like and share, it has been rebooted, so if you like and share on Facebook the fact that it's on YouTube, if you could do that for us, that would be appreciated. Let's get as many views as we can. Appreciate it on YouTube this time round. There's many very, very good reasons for that. So let's get the likes and shares so we can get people on YouTube watching these great matches. So coming to the business end of the tournament, there's some fantastic players left in this. Down to the quarterfinals. Richie, from what I can gather, has just destroyed Cole Jones 6-0. When Richie starts firing, people need to be worried. And that's a great skill shot there. That's a great skill shot. So that's open the frame. Let's open the frame up for Neil in this one. Just needs to kick the black out a little bit here, or potentially leave some sort of double. But I think the angle he's got, I think he could. He's got it. I think he's going to try and kick the black out. Oh, that's a disastrous shot. That's potentially could cost him the frame. That, to be fair, he's been a bit unlucky. I think he's tried to play the. I think he's tried to play the combination and missed it, which has left him in no man's land. Whether he's got enough there to cut it back in is another matter. If there is, he'll play it. That's the Neil way. So he's tried to leave it long, and Twiggy finishes these for me. He's just got to make sure that he don't hit this hard enough that he runs up behind the black and leaves him on nothing. He can't obviously come off the side rail, but he's just got to mind his work here. And this is 1-0 to Twiggy. On the other stream, Phil Ward taking Craig Reynolds to task here with the. I think Craig played a foul earlier on, giving control back to Phil in this frame. Twiggy deciding it's better off to come off the side rail and kick that one in first. He's got to play a shot now to get back onto this red. And unless I can't see him taking it to the middle first. He could play the double, stun the white, but he's got to play a shot here. And that's gone wrong. That's gone wrong, and now he's up against it. I think he's got to play a similar shot. And he did chip this down into the corner. 2 cushions, leave the white in the top left hand. Chip it through, 2 cushions, white on the top left hand cush. It's okay, leaves Neil the chop. I think Neil gets this, to be fair. Craig Reynolds going for a dish here. He's playing I think he was hoping to finish on that to play a combination shot. I don't actually think he's got it. Can he kick the yellow out off this? That's what he's tried. Oh, he's been unlucky there. And as predicted, Neil gets that. Oh, that's unlucky. That is so unlucky. He's made a massive chop there. Great pass. And to build off, he's just playing unlucky. Craig Reynolds cutting this back into the bottom left hand corner, isn't it? Yeah. Holding on to the black. Craig's a great player. The shots he's played there to win that is fantastic. Fantastic. Looks like Craig Reynolds has brought a couch load of fans from the Shropshire region, all cheering him on, giving it the big one. So Phil Ward's there. Yeah, Phil Ward's there on his own. Phil won't mind. Phil's been here. He knows the crack. Twiggy floats one in. Black to go 1-0 up. Yeah, bit of a topsy-turvy first frame, but Twiggy takes it. So 3-1 to Craig Reynolds. Paul had a great finish there, to be fair to him. Phil Ward breaking. Let's watch how they come out. Oh, he's got one. Yeah, it's nice breaking for a couple gone a little bit awkward. It's the scene too. It's Neil Britton there with a cut break. Great exponent to the cut break, Neil. Not many are. Still a few gone a little bit awkward, but Neil's going red 0, I would imagine. Unless that's a plant. Then 2 yellows are a plant into the corner by the black. Neil Britton there, potting 2 in 1. I don't think he intended to, but he has, and he's only got a shot on the black to make it 1-8. It's a great finish there. To be fair, the black, the break made that dish. The reds were nice, but as I said, that plant by the black went. He played a different shot to sort of to make it, but that's a great finish. And Phil Ward here, break and dish for Phil. It's a 3-2 down, but Phil ain't going to give up here. Phil's a competitor. It don't matter who's there shouting and balling for Craig Reynolds. Craig's a great player, so is Phil. Phil ain't giving up against nobody. He ain't going to roll over and die against anybody. He's going to really, really give Craig a game here. Yeah, Craig's favourite maybe, but you know, Phil's never going to give up. Never going to give up. He don't matter who he's playing. Twiggy smashes the break, going everywhere, gone in off. So how quickly games can turn into, I'm thinking 2-1. Neil Britton here. He's getting those balls out in the middle of the table, the yellows, getting them into possible positions, and he's finishing them. He could do the same with the reds on the left hand side. He could do what he wants. I think he's going to. Yeah. I think he goes yellows now. That's a great break by Craig Reynolds there. Was it Craig? Yeah, he smashed him. Great break. Couple of awkward ones. What does he do? He's got to pop first off. You know, does he go for the yellows to the middle bag? Does he play the plant onto the red to get the reds? Thinking there's an awkward on the right hand side. Tough decision, but we'll soon see. So Neil Britton, after Twiggy's in off, you can't see Neil missing from here. I know he's sort of having a bit of trouble with the tables, but I can't see him missing from here. You know, he don't particularly like the cloths. He'd rather play on Hainsworth rather than these, but you know, good players adapt, and Neil's obviously adapting to these tables, and I can't see him missing these. Can't see him missing these. So Neil now just mopping these up. This is the last awkward shot he's got because he needs to play with a bit of run inside to get down. Can throw the whites offline into the bottom round knuckle, but like that. And Twiggy steps up to the table with what I would suggest is for Twiggy a relatively straightforward dish. It's just how positive Twiggy wants to be here. I think. Does he go top of the table first, or does he play the one to the middle and then chuck this one in? Well, it looks like he's playing a shot to nothing here. That is Twiggy playing Neil Britton. Anybody else? Twiggy's going for them. He's trying to contain Neil Britton, and it's a dangerous game to play. Neil screws this across the cush. All of a sudden, hand on me, where's that? Oh, Neil Britton, you lucky beggar. Jeez, Phil Ward, come on Phil, you can do these. I'm not against Craig in any way, shape or form, but I've known Phil a good number of years, and yeah, I'm going to back the Iron Town man, to be honest with you. Couple of scores. Wes Humphries 2-0 down against Hadji. That's 2 fire frames. And Steve Giles and Richie Fox all 0-0. Wes up against it now against Hadji. He lost 2 in the first round. He's not been feeling the best all day, Wes, to be fair, but he's had a good couple of results, and I'm hoping he can pull a couple of frames back. I don't need to lose heavy against that Andreas. It's on the cards, but you know, Wes was played well enough to beat Andreas in the second time they play each other. So Neil playing a containing shot, just about gets the cover, which should set him up nicely. All Ian's got to do is keep him off that bad ball at the top of the table, because if he splits that out, he goes favourite. Craig Reynolds here, if he's on yellows, he's got to play the skill shot here. It's on. The red's deep enough in the hole. Plays it with a bit of bottom, follows it through, knocks it in. See, this is what baffles me. Twiggy knocks in a shot like that. why didn't he do that first off when all the balls was in the open? He's created a frame where everything's awkward. Nothing was awkward. He could have played that shot in the first instance and cleared up, but he went negative. And if that goes, he's second favourite. That was a bit of a nervy shot from Craig Reynolds, unless that's his style, but I can't ever remember him playing like that. It's like not under control at all, but he's got the snooker and could potentially win in the frame, but that's a great shot by Phil. Oh, he's flicked the black. Oh, that ain't too bad though, because Craig's still got to get the black and another ball at the top out. He's got to pop the to get the black out, unless you can roll up there and knock the red in. Twiggy's played a great shot there, but again, he's clutching really. He's trying to play shots where before all these was on. One straight shot to the top bag instead of trying to play the fudge. The frame's done. Now, as it is, he's definitely second favourite, because unless he can do something here, Neil fetches his bad yellow off, doubles it down past his other yellow, and he wins the frame. Absolutely wins the frame. Craig Reynolds here, I think, is he's going to go old school and double fudge. I really do. And that's the right shot. Many people here, I can clear these up because I've got the one by the middle roll down for the black. I'll be surprised if Craig had double fudge here. I'm very surprised. There you go, people, there's a lesson for you. Rome weren't built in a day. You don't need to pot everything on the table just because you think there's half a sniff. You get 2 shots, you think, I could no. Play the game. Win the frame. Don't matter how you win the frame, you win the frame. So Twiggy there, for me, he lost that frame when he tried to play the first snooker. For Twiggy to do that is very unusual. The balls was there, and against anybody else, he knocks them in. Unfortunately, he's got his Neil Britton pants on, and he's tried to contain him, and unfortunately, he's not done that. And Neil now goes 2-1 up for me. It's a bad shot. He's still got the chop into the bottom corner. The only problem is, depending on how he plays it, it's that thin. The white could come off the side rail and probably finish in the bag before the yellow. Quick update on the scores. Andreas Hajiluka has gone 3-0 up against Wes Humphries very quickly. Richie Foxall's 1-0 down against Steve Giles. Craig Reynolds now, as you can see on the stream, is 4-2 up, and Neil Britton's 1 each. So, yeah, this for Neil now is a big shot. He could play the snooker here. He could just roll the yellow past the black and leave Twiggy snookered. as good a shot as any, because this is a tough shot down the rail, cutting it back into a blind pocket to 12 for the black. If he could just play the yellow down off the bottom rail, bounce it so Twiggy can't come off the side rail and just kick it, he leaves himself a shot. For me, he could actually play it into the middle bag and top it forward, but he leaves himself nothing on the black. The snooker's the shot for me. Yeah, that's the shot. That's a great shot. It does leave the off the bottom rail with left hand side, but to be fair, that's a good contender shot as any. So Craig Reynolds is on the reds now. He's 4-2 up. He's stretched his lead a little bit. Craig's buzzing, to be fair. I think Phil's a bit flat. It's been quite a long day, and Phil's not played as many tournaments or been out as much. He has been practicing, granted, but Twiggy there for me. He's got to come off the bottom rail with left hand side and kick it. He's just dropped this as dolly. You know, you can't be. I crept in there. Wow, that's 1-0. I think he got away with. I think Craig Reynolds here looks favourite to go 5-2 up against Phil. Like I say, I think Phil's. It's been a bit of a long day for Phil, to be honest with you. Like I say, not necessarily tournament ready. He's played a few practice frames. He's not. It's been a while since he won the Cabbage Cup, so I think this might unfortunately be one match too far for Phil. But I'm never going to write him off. Absolutely never. Even at 5-2 down. Neil Britton. Cut break again. Dry break. Absolute dry break. And Twiggy's got to take the yellows here for me. The yellows is the balls of choice. Black's a bit awkward. But at the same token, he's got to take. There's a chance to kick the balls out. So Craig, two relatively straightforward shots here. Make his friends go wild. The minibus full that have come down from Shropshire, I'm guessing. He's still got to mind his work here. He's still got on it, but he can finish basically up and it's that yellow. Yeah, it's a good shot. Yeah, it's a good finish again by Craig. So that's 5-2. Like I say, Phil's up against it now. I'm not going to write him off, but I think it's been a long day for Phil. Wes Humphries has pulled one back against Andreas. The match seemed to be getting away from him, but he seems to have pulled one back there. Steve Giles 2-0 up against Richie Foxall. That I've watched a few of the frames today, and Steve Giles he's thrown some away, I'm going to say, and he's been given quite a few. So I suppose it evened itself out. Richie Foxall played Carl Jones and literally didn't miss a ball in the last match. But obviously, you know, every match is different, and Steve's obviously clearly knocking the balls in instead of Richie. So fair play to him. But an intriguing match we've got here on table 11. Twiggy, Ian Smith, you know, he's played a shot there and he's not landed on the ball as well as he'd like to. Because again, for Twiggy, these shots, oh my God, and he's played a foul. He's not reached a cush, and you can't be doing that against Neil Britton. You just cannot be doing that against Neil Britton. Twiggy's just fortunate there that the black's tied up, one of Neil's reds tied up on the side rail, so he probably got away with that. The only thing I think is Neil might pick the whites up here, play the black into the cush, and flick his bad red down the rail into the bag where Twiggy's yellow is, where he just fouled. That's a potential shot he'd be playing. But you know, you can take control of the game. Craig Reynolds is flying again. I think Phil had a dry break, unfortunately, and sort of. I think the writing's on the wall here. I think Craig finishes these for me. I think he's flying. I think he's fresher. Having said that, he's got to play one here. So if he's chopping that back into the corner bag, you know, how thin it is, he could flick the red by the black. If he can't jab down, he could flick the red by the black and going off in the middle. If he plays it plain ball, if he jabs down on it, it makes it a lot harder. But it looks like he's got enough of the white ball to chop it in. Yeah, he's played a good shot there, to be fair. And now these for Craig are ploppings, middle, top, middle, bottom, and black wherever you want it in. So I think it's been a valiant effort. That by Twiggy, that shot was never on. I'm sorry, but that is just a poor stroke by Twiggy. Poor stroke. You can't throw the frame away against playing shots like that against Neil Britton. Sorry, but you know, having battled well to get to this stage and playing shots like that. So Neil control of this match, and it looks like Craig's on the verge of beating Phil Ward 6-2. And like I say, Phil's done fantastically well to get to the quarterfinals. I think it might have been one match too far. It's been a very long day. So Craig's come out the blocks a lot fresher, and it looks like at this stage it's going to be a 6-2 victory for Craig. Yeah, and that's sort of perfect. Disappointing for Phil to lose at this stage, but yeah, he's had a great run, absolutely fantastic run, and all credit to him. A great match, great win for Craig Reynolds. You would have expected him to win, granted, but you know, Phil's no mug. He ain't no walkover. But Craig's made that look relatively straightforward. Andreas Hadji's gone 4-1 up against Wesley Humphries. Richie Foxall's drawed one back against Stephen Joyle, so that match is back on. So, yeah. Semi-finals. Craig's into the semi-finals, where he's potentially playing the winner of the Andreas versus Wesley Humphries match. Neil Britton plays the winner of Richie Foxall versus Stephen Giles, I believe. Yeah, that's the way it's going to work out. And at this stage, early stages granted, but some of the shots that Twiggy's played, you can't play shots of that nature against a player of a calibre like Neil, because it will be a very, very quick end to the match. So yeah, it's all hotting up now, getting down to the latter stages. Andreas must have picked up his pace to be beating Wes 4-1 at this stage. They've been playing half an hour and he's 4-1 up, so he's definitely picked up his pace. Craig Reynolds, first man through to the semi-finals. Looks like Andreas is going to be the second man unless Wes can pull off something very, very dramatic. Races to 6 when you're 4-1 down are tough. So the frame here has got a bit scrappy. Twiggy he's got himself back into this frame. He really has. And Neil's going to play a little fudger, I think, which puts the pressure back on Twiggy. I don't think that's a good shot at all. I think he's probably left that. If he hasn't, it's an easy out for Twiggy. But having said that, the easy out leaves Neil a pot in the bottom right hand corner to fetch these red and the black out. So I think though, to look at it, I might have to confer with my it's called a total snooker, so he can't see the yellow. So Twiggy's got to play a shot here. I think he's playing the ones in the middle of the table because he don't want to leave that one. He's flicked it. The old timer Craig Reynolds has actually rolled back the years against Phil Ward. It's played well though there, Craig, to be fair. Knocked in some nice balls, in some nice pot. Was it the 4-2 when you played that, when it's the soft screw to the top bag and come round and left you went to the bottom left hand corner? Was it? Yeah. Great shot. Yeah. lesser players are bashed that 100 mile an hour just to try and get into it and split it up, but not the ex. Was you in the top 10 in the world, was you, Craig, at one stage for about a week? You'll take that though, wouldn't you? Yeah. So, Craig Reynolds, ex-top 10 player in the world, resorted to playing at Brookvale Social Club in Birmingham. How the mighty have fallen. But loving every minute of it, Craig, and you're loving every minute. Of course it's not now, it's great prize money. Great prize money, and it's well supported. 64 players, it's well supported, and I hope Neil's got another shot, because if he's not, he's played a right duffer there. It's not handed the frame to Twiggy because the black's not easy, but I expect Twiggy to get these. That's a great combination shot Neil's played there. He's helped the frame right up. Yeah, he's got an awkward black, but you expect Neil to get him. Yeah, it's. I think Neil finishes these, to be fair. The black's awkward, granted, but that's goes down the rail. So you'd expect Neil to get these. Expect to play the black down the rail nicely. He ain't going to, in any way, shape, or form, try and get this out. Potting on the top left, potting that on the top right, leaving the black down the rail. He's going a different way tomorrow. I would have thought he would have gone, but that's Neil for you. He plays his own game. A bit more work to do here to come across the table, but I'm not entirely sure he was thinking straight there. But not good question. I suppose he's guaranteed to be on the side rail. Is he going for the balmy double here? I think he's going for the balmy double. How old there, Neil? Saying he doesn't knock the table, and the fact the slide leaving this double shows he's full of confidence. There you go. That's Neil Britton for you. There's Neil Britton for you. I'll just slap this double in from nowhere. What a great shot that is. If that ain't a message to Twiggy that he's up against it, there ain't nothing there is. So Richie Foxall's drawed it back to 2 each against Steve Giles. 2 down, back to 2 each. So Richie's firing. And to be fair, if Steve Giles gives Richie the sort of chances that Steve gave to Luke Kings, it'll be a very quick match. But Luke just unfortunately had a bit of bad run, couldn't capitalise on the chances, and Steve ran out the winner. 6-2 probably flattered Steve in the last round, granted, but Steve's a canny operator. He's got a good cue action. Both players have gone for a bit of a comfort break, so give it a couple of minutes. So, yeah, we're just waiting for the two players to come back into the arena. Twiggy hadn't gone for a comfort break. Who's sitting over there with his friends. With his brother, Scott. So, here we go. Twiggy cut break, is he? He's reverting to the cut break. He's seen Neil have a bit of success with it, so he's going with it, unfortunately. he's not had the success that Neil's had. And I think he's left the yellow to the top corner. So the cut break hasn't worked for Twiggy. It's been working for Neil, but not worked for Twiggy. So this frame again is going to be a little bit scrappy, I think, because the balls are not really on. So, you know, 3 or 4 of them, unless he can develop, and I can see him taking control of the bottom right-hand corner as we look. Steve Giles, quick fire frame, gone 3-2 up against Richie Foxall. Neil Britton's played the plan, trying to split up a couple of the balls. Has he got it? Oh, no, he's fortunately it's not split as well as he would have liked. But the good thing is the black's the top of the table by his ball that he's just got in the hole. Losing control. So it looks like from the Calcutta ratings, it looks like Casey Sing's behind the beers. He's got 3 in the quarters, old Casey Sing, and the wily old Fox. So whatever he's shelled out, he's got £256 per player currently coming back. So Richie, Steve and Ian Smith. So that's what, 700 some odd. 780 quid for a decent layout. Don't know what Twiggy's played there, but he's gone straight in off, and I think Twiggy's sort of losing the plot a little bit here. It all goes back to the first frame. If he goes for the clearance in the first frame, gets it, which I'd have expected to do, it's a different match. Instead he plays what could only describe as a safety shot, shall we say, and he didn't get it. And all of a sudden he finds himself 3-1 down and up against it, and you're sort of tough to recover against Neil Britton when he's in a certain mood. That hasn't worked out exactly how he wanted it to, granted, but he's still got control. Twiggy's got a ball at the top of the toe. Yeah, granted he could double that, but you know, I'm expecting Neil to still go for these. You know, he's trying everything and anything to get these bad balls out. It's not worked out well. There's no way he's going to touch the ball at the top of the table. So yeah, he's still in command. He's just got to make sure that he don't leave Twiggy any sort of shot to get the bottom bag. And his work's pretty straightforward from there. There'll be no match on the stream table to the stream table 10 at the minute, because obviously every game is playing them all in the opposite room. So if you want to turn all your attentions to this match, table 11 on the other stream, you're not going to be disappointed. It's really for a good match. Neil's sort of in command at this stage. Again, like Phil Ward, you can't ever run Twiggy off because you can turn it on like a tap. But you know, again, if you play Twiggy down the middle and he gets these, every day of the week he gets these. But quarterfinals against Neil Britton, different kettle of fish. Different kettle of fish. Stephen Giles gone 4-2 up against Richie Foxall. So either way, Casey Sing's calling in some more money. Andreas is still 4-1 up against Wes Humphries, so it must be a slow frame in that one. Andreas will probably revert back to his normal style. Twiggy now, is he going to get the ball out, play the combination shot? He needs that to go. It's just about right. Plays this down, he's got to play it off the yellow. The plate wide. As long as it don't go in. Well, he can go in full ball if he wants it to, because he's still on him. Yeah, that's good. Just flick the error away, which is nice as well. So as I say, in any other circumstances, Twiggy gets these. This is a bread and butter for Twiggy. If Twiggy don't get these, he won't win the match for me. He's got to get these. I can't see him missing. And like I say, if he does, he might as well put his cue in his box. A, because you'd be 4-1 down, and B, because you've knocked in a finish that 99.9% of the time in any other circumstances you get. Couple of nice, easy, steady shots now. One to the bottom, one to the middle. Black into the corner. It should be 3-2 game on. Can he hold for the middle is the question. Does he come back across the table? Wow.
No, it's all right, mate. No, I was just trying to get the car. Don't do try on this side. Wheels come up.
Twiggy there, he's if that's as straight as it looks, he's blown what his needs to finish again. I think he's just got to screw this back 2 or 3 inches and try and take a. That's it, and just chop the black in. Forget about the white, because the white Lewitown thing might knock the yellow in, so what? This is a big shot in the context of the match. He's got to get this. If we don't get this, it's 6-1 for me. 6-2 at best. Yeah, he's got it. 3-2. Game back on. Andreas Hadji's gone 5-1 up in a race to 6 against Wesley Humphries. So that looks like the writing's on the wall for Wesley there. He's done well to get to the quarterfinals where he's not felt right all the. So, break off there again. It's got a bit messy. If Twiggy's broke, he's going to be disappointed there, because if you could see a red to pot a red, you're going reds. So, does he play a containing shot, or does he play some sort of 3-4 ball plant? I'm not sure if he's looking at the yellow he's close to, off that to pot the reds. Danger with that is the yellow squirming up the rail and knocking the black in. That's the danger with that shot. Richie Foxall's pulled one back against Stephen Giles. 3-4 game on there. Twiggy's taking the red to the top right hand corner here. Big shot in the context. This is a bit quite away from that, to be fair, but that's a tough shot. That's a tough shot, to be fair to him, but you know, in this sort of arena you've got to take shots like that on. It's given Neil a relatively straightforward finish here for me. I think Neil gets these. Like I say, if you're watching, if you can like and share, it's not on Facebook. We need people to get onto the onto YouTube to watch it. So like and share with the link, please. Get people on there. It's coming down to the latter stages now. So business end of the tournament. 8 great players left. Sorry, 7. 7 great players left. There were 8. Phil's unfortunately lost 6-2 to Craig Reynolds. So next Next winner looks likely to be Andreas Hadji, unless Wesley Humphries pulls out some the next few frames. Looks like Neil's going to mop these up to go 4-2 up against Ian Smith. I'd expect Neil to finish these from here, to be fair. Especially if he's landed on that one. He hadn't looked at that one, but if he's landed on that one, then perfect. He's not 100% sure. He's on it now, though. The ball now by the middle is a little bit awkward. I think Neil's going to have to play some sort of plant. He's going to have to play some sort of plant now. I think off the red onto the yellow, not the red in. Yes, he just about drops in. I think he's got a nice angle there to pop that into the bottom corner and come back up the middle. He probably might take the middle one first. Might avail him a bit better position. If he can land on, screw onto a yellow. Yeah, he's played that well with the black out of the hole. This is done. So, Neil, a little bit awkward bridging, a little bit awkward queuing here. And he's got to negate a couple of balls in the middle of the table. He needs to bring the white back to where the red is now. So he's got to give it a little bit. Whether he screws it, whether he tops it, he's got to get into the open. There's a couple of balls that are awkward for him. So he's got to mind his work a little bit here. Yeah, he's digging down, so he's expecting to come out back to where the red is. He's missed that. It's not an easy shot, to be fair. Not an easy shot digging down, and he's missed that near jaw. And now this is where Twiggy needs to step up. This needs to be 3 each. Again, down his local club, Twiggy knocks these in all day long. All day long. But, as I've said before, quarterfinals against Neil Britton. Different kettle of fish. Will he swing it round? Will he play lots of left-hand side? Playing the left-hand side. Oh, and he's missed it. And he's sort of got away with that. I don't think the red goes into the middle bag. But the fact he's given Neil another shot. It does go to the middle bag the way Neil's playing these. He's got straight down on it. Oh, flies in. That's a poor shot by Twiggy. Poor shot. He's put left hand side on, didn't really need to. He's got plenty of balls to land on. Missed it, Neil takes it, 4-2. That all destroyed Twiggy because that was an easy finish. That was an easy finish. You can see the frustration on his body language, the way he's setting the balls, the way he slapped the table. He didn't need to put the left hand side on it. He could have screwed it in off 2 cushions. Pretty much anything other than missing that ball, he'd have been on a ball. Plain ball, screw, whatever. Playing the side on it, it's just throwed the ball onto the back knuckle, and I've seen it many times today, they don't go. So Twiggy to break 4-2 down, massive in the context of the match this. Twiggy breaks and dishes, obviously he's back in it, but he's got to do that. He can't allow Neil to go 5-2 up. He shouldn't really be 4-2 up as it is. Twiggy's thrown away 2 frames are on now. 2. If the score was reversed, nobody could know. So Twiggy's got to finish these. This is a massive, massive frame. Oh, it's a nice shot by Twiggy. Nice shot, freed the black first shot. Playing the yellow onto the red. It's a lovely shot. But he's got to finish these. He's got to control the finish. There's a couple of awkward reds at the top by the yellow, top right hand corner. Just got to mind his work a little bit there and make sure he gets them right. it's how he goes about that, to be fair. Andreas Hodge is the next man into the semi-finals, beating Wesley Humphrey 6-1. Andreas now plays Craig Reynolds in the first semi-final. It's a good win for Hadji. To be fair, he beat Wes heavy in the first match he played as well today. So Wes just walked to the commentary box, had a bit of a commentary off him with the defeat to Andreas Hadji, and he held his hand up and pretty much said that Andreas Day missed a ball. So, you know, Wes had two dry breaks, 4-0 down. That's how it goes, and that's poor for you. So Andreas is obviously he must be playing well. So it should be a good match between himself and Craig Reynolds in the first semi-final. Wes obviously bitterly disappointed that he's not made a better fist of that, but when the player don't miss, shake his hand and cue in the box. Thank you very much. That's all you can. That's all you can do. Twiggy's played a dreadful shot there. Absolutely dreadful. I think he's either got to come out with some sort of wonder double into the bottom left-hand corner as we look. That's exactly what he's aiming for. There's no point in trying to play containment safe because Neil ain't missing that at the top of the rail. Twiggy's got to play some sort of worldie here, and if he gets it, great. If he don't, oh, that's unlucky. He was close, but you know, a poor positional shot. He's last but one shot. It's going to cost him the frame because Neil's just going to fetch his bad ball off here, run the white down the rail, kick the one over the hole, leave Twiggy nothing. It's over next time. I can't see Neil. Actually, Twiggy must have hit the white twice there because there's been a foul. He must have been told it's a push shot, so you know, even better for Neil because Neil again. He ain't going for these. He's bringing his bad ball off, leaving the white on the bottom rail, just past where it is. If he goes for these, then that you know, that's Neil's game altogether. But no, Neil ain't daft. Not at this stage. He don't leave people. He don't give people chances at this stage. I mean, he made a mistake and lost in the last quarterfinals, but I don't think he's made the same mistake again. Richie Foxall's brought it back to 4 each against Stephen Joel, so that's a ding-dong battle there. Twiggy's just smashed the balls over for the best. If that goes in the middle, he's okay. Now that's another foul, and in all honesty, that's 5-2. Twiggy sort of fell back in his chair and having a laughing joke. I think he knows the writing's on the wall, to be fair.
Not me. You do that. Go shop, yeah, son. Pulls back out. Johnny King. Comes down the street, not James Bond.
So sorry, we're just having a quick debate on the just off the stream, but Twiggy is on Reds.
No,
5-4 up. Richie Foxall's gone 5-4 up. So Richie's back on the trail there. Stevie Giles, like I said, if he gives away the amount of chances he did in the last one, then that's going to be the case. Richie ain't going to miss them. Richie don't miss them if he gives too many chances. So Twiggy now. Twiggy now should be finishing these. This should be 5-3. He's still up against it, to be fair, against Neil, but he's still in the match at 5-3. It's whether he throws caution to the wind and goes for it. Obviously, you know, if Neil plays that another frame like he did there, then Twiggy can play this sort of game very quickly. He can get back into it. Will he is another matter. I don't know. I don't know if Twiggy's at that stage where he's after he gets to the quarterfinals and pick up a bit of coin. I would hope not, because Twiggy's got the ability to beat anybody from anywhere. And obviously, you know, people have bought him in the Calcutta, so he should want to advance to as far as he can for them, not just playing for himself. This is 5-3. Twiggy ain't missing these, but he's still up against him. So, still game on. We're not far away now from the semi-finals. It looks like Richie Foxall probably the next man into the semi-finals. 5-4 up against Stevie Giles. This is 5-3. So, if you wanted to let anybody know that we are really now at the latter stages, then like and share. Tell them we'll be down to the semi-final stages, and the semi-finals are going to be some cracking matches. It looks like Craig Reynolds versus Andreas Jaluka. I'm going to go for that. At this stage, it looks like Neil Britton versus Richie Foxall. Obviously, all that can change, but I don't expect Richie to lose to Stephen Giles from there, and I don't expect Neil Britton to lose to Twiggy from here. Although Twiggy is breaking to make it 5-4. He's had a bit of luck there because the white's come out the middle pocket. And again, the break has gone a bit awkward. The breaks don't seem to be going quite as open as you expect on fast match tables. Every frame seems to be awkward. Very rarely are there easy run-outs. God bless Phil Ward, just brought me a nice cup of tea. It is getting a bit cold now because people keep leaving the doors open, but Phil's brought me a nice cup of warm tea. I'll take that. Twiggy's going for reds. I think he's going to try and get control of the top bag. I'm not sure he can play the plan to pot it. So Twiggy's going for these, he's going for a dish. Looks like he's going to throw caution to the wind here. Really, let's face it, he's got to, 5-3 down, he's got to make something happen. He's got to get on the ball. He gets on the ball, he's got a chance, obviously. I mean, that goes without saying, it's probably stating the obvious. Saying like bloody John Virgo and Clive Everton now, but yeah, Twiggy has got to get out and got to get on the ball. He's still got one awkward ball. He's played a nice shot there. Is he overhit it? It would appear so. However, that might work out to his advantage because if he plays into the bottom left-hand corner, one of those yellows might split his bad red up. That would be what I would be thinking. Still 5-4 in the Stephen Giles Richie Foxall match, so obviously going on to a bit of a fudge fest there because both players don't sort of wait for second chances. They both go for the frame, so yeah, so there's got to be some sort of slowdown there. Twiggy looking at the plans. I'd be very surprised if he can get on. Oh, he's playing it now as well. It's a big shot. That's a great shot by Twiggy. He's been absolutely mullered by a bit of bad luck. Mullered by the bad luck, and at this stage, unless he flukes some sort of shot here, then I think the next semi-final is going to be Neil Britton, because Neil is not going to let him off from there. No matter where these balls finish, Neil's likely to take them out unless Twiggy leaves him down the bottom where he can play an easy fudge. So Neil now looking to finish these off for the final stage of this semi-final. Probably running to Ian Dredd here. He's going up top first. That's a great shot. That's a great shot. Yeah, leaving the bad ball, leaving the ball down the bottom, not the bad ball, sorry. The ball down the bottom was a stunning keep on the black. So the writing's on the wall here for Twiggy. Yeah, two easy shots for a man of Neil calibre, and Neil's into the second semi-final. So whoever's got Neil in the Calcutta is bringing a bit of money back for you. Loosened you down last time, not this time. Lightly never strikes twice, I don't think. And that's a great shot. So that's Neil Britton to the semi-finals, taking out Ian Twiggy Smith 6-3. So Yeah, I think it all went bad for Twiggy on the first frame. Playing the fudge instead of playing his normal game. Sort of done him in, to be fair. From that, he never really recovered. So we're just waiting for one result now. We're waiting for the final frame of the Richie Foxall Stephen Giles match. Once that comes through, we'll be getting the players on the 2 stream tables. It's the time of the evening where you need to be liking and sharing, getting people on the stream now, on the YouTube stream. It's not on Facebook tonight. Like and share, spread the link. Let's get people on. Let's see watching these final throws of this second leg of 5 in the Brookvale Amateur Blackball series. A lot quicker today. It's been absolutely brilliant. Jason's done a great job getting them on, getting them off, getting the games going. You know, I think the last one finished at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's 20 to 10. We could potentially be on by 11. That would be fantastic. So, you know, especially with the double elimination. If you finish a double elimination by the time the pub's closed, you've done well. So Martin Hazel is cleaning the tables. Great player in his day, Martin. But, not sure what he's doing these days, whether he's playing in the local league here or in the singles league, but just waiting for Stephen Giles, Richie Foxall to come through. And Stephen Giles has made it 5 each. Big decider in the last semi-final. Big decider. So here we go. This is where either Richie's sort of, let's say, inconsistent form catches up with him, or he powers through and Stephen Giles sort of buckles under the Richie Foxall name. He's not done that yet. Not at 5 each, so it should be an interesting last frame. As soon as that's finished, we'll get the semi-final started. Like and share, people. Let's get people watching this, because the 2 semi-finals, great semi-final between an old timer, should we say, in Craig Reynolds and a relatively new fellow, I would imagine, Andreas Ajaluka into the scene. And then you got Neil Britton against Richie Foxall, Stephen Giles, 2 local lads going against each other. So mixing out to be a great semi-finals. A couple of great semi-finals coming up. Just waiting for the Richie Foxall result to come through. Going to take a quick comfort break, so I want to get myself settled for these semi-finals, and it's going to be a great couple of semi-finals. Back on the stream in a minute. In the meantime, please like and share. Get the link out there. Let's get people on watching this match, because it deserves a good crowd.
You got 17. Stop one exchange. Go on, leave it, mate. Go on. Leave it from my boy.
Can you see me?
Come on, Brad. Come on, Brad. Come on, Brad. Oh, no. About 20 quid, man.
Ricky Boxall can come to the table line. Ricky Boxall, head table please.
It's not for a round of drinks, no? It's not for the round of drinks. Yes.
Plus to go again.
Right, those semi-finalists. Can I just get your attention, Neil, Craig, Richie, Hadji? Both matches will be on a shot clock. You have 60 seconds. We'll give you a call out at 30 seconds. You also have, each player, one extension per frame. Okay? Table 11, Craig Reynolds, Hadji. Table 10, Neil Britton, Richie Foxall. All the best, boys. 30 seconds extension.
So it is the business end of the tournament. We've been joined in the com box by the loser, Ian Smith.
Yeah, I'm a big fat loser.
Fresh from his defeat. He didn't seem too bothered though, he's picked up a bit of coin.
It's just, I was 3-2 up and I had a massive chance for a break dish and I just jabbed at the ball, but they were so close together, if I'd have followed through it'd have been a double hit. It's a horrible shot.
You all had to sort of like jack it up and...
Yeah. It was a bad shot before it though, because I meant to hit the red, not the yellow and the red, because if I'd hit the red I'd have been on the other red, and and that red I hit would have been over middle, and it was just one of them though. I've been playing all day, but Neil...
It has been a long day and you come up against a...
Neil on yeah, he's awesome. He's awesome. But
so the first semi-final, sorry to interrupt you, looks like Craig Reynolds has won the lag on the second semi-final. Neil Britton breaking against Richie Foxall, and I'm going to put this out there now. Richie Foxall versus Neil Britton is probably the match that people have been wanting to see for years.
All day.
I would say
all
years.
Day. But the thing is, it depends which Richie Foxall has turned up.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is the only thing.
Richie in the first two matches today, he might as well have gone home. He did win through, granted. And from there, he's been a different player altogether. He just had a great match with Stevie Giles, scraped through 6-5.
Broke dish on the disorder. Yeah, he can't do nothing about it. Can't do nothing about it. But on these tables, the split off the break is ridiculous. Yeah. Ridiculous.
And that's Richie Foxall all over. You know, if he breaks some dishes, he'll be breaking dish all night. If he misses a pot, his head can be anywhere, literally anywhere.
Yeah, he could be outside in the car park for all we know. Yeah. But Neil seems to be going around his business as he does. Just needs to get the gap, yeah, he's got the gap. Just needs a little bounce maybe. Well, that's just turned a little.
He'll take this down by the middle bag, will he? I would imagine so. Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't hit it?
Has he hit it? I'll tell you what.
I think he's on it. No, I think he's on it. Yeah, he's down straight away. He's down straight away.
Yeah, he's got it. That's 1-0. Quick fire 1-0.
So there you go.
To Neil Britton. And the other one, Craig Reynolds looks to be on reds. Is he on reds?
Yeah, he is.
Craig's on reds. And the only awkward
just
ball
the black ball. Yeah.
I expect him to fetch it out.
But you got two balls in the middle of the table. You got two chances to get the black out.
Do you leave the double twig? Because obviously, he's got two balls by the middle bag. If he underhits it, he goes off the one.
I was just about to say that it's a big bag in theory, isn't it? But you still got to pot it, obviously. He's in no man's land there, to be fair, unless that bottom red goes. Yeah,
it's got to go into. You ain't playing a shot like that if you don't. It's right. Second frame, Richie Foxall to break. This is where you'll see how Richie's feeling.
Yeah,
he's either breaking dishing or he's struggling. But
good connection, good split.
Is it dry?
Oh, yellow.
In the end.
Oh, red. Oh, last ball rolling.
Oh, here we go. This is what we wanted to see.
We've got a match on our hands, ladies and gents.
See what I wanted to say, Richie
Them
Fox,
yellows. Well, no, you know what? Both colours.
I think Richie
Both.
the reds here. It's an awkward ball chopping, so he'll probably get yellows because it's an easier start.
Well, the thing is,
And just as
obviously,
easy.
yeah. Well,
Right.
but the thing is, obviously, you wanna nick.
Oh, what's he
my
fucking done there?
god!
Oh my god, that's just a lack of concentration by Richie. He
Like
was
I
up off that shot before he.
Like I
hit
said
it.
to you though, it has been a long day, so these players ain't really
And
gonna
Neil-
be at the best. I don't think, but we will see. I think
he
he's
on
on
the
that
middle?
one. Yeah, he's down
He's
straight
been lucky
away.
there,
Isn't
to be fair, because half a turn less and he's not on it. But again, this is 2-0. There ain't no stopping Neil there. It's
All
2-0.
day, all day.
That will define Richie's semi-final. That is possibly the easiest shot
Stone
Richie's
back
probably
up.
had all day
Lovely.
and missed. So that has defined Richie's day now. I think this is 6-1, 6-2 to Neil. So he was right. He has left the double to
Reynolds,
the big
he's,
middle bag.
he's perfect.
The only thing he's got to avoid is sending it wide enough to miss the yellow and it catching the knuckle.
And if he tries to use the yellow or tries to straight, I think he's all right.
He's got to play it straight in.
He's in.
That's 1-0 to
It's in. There you
Craig,
go.
yeah, 1-0
And
to Craig,
2-0.
2-0 to Neil. Richie will be absolutely
He's fuming.
Absolutely fuming.
Neil,
He's he's playing pool all day. Yeah, you don't get to the semi-final.
just the first
by
two
playing
matches,
pool.
I seen him, to be fair, and it was just, I think, at first when you play on these tables, how fast they are, for one, you can caught out by the speed straight away, and the cushions are so lively,
Yeah, so ripped.
it's so ridiculous. But
I said earlier on today, I come down Monday night and had a practice because I just wanted to know what the tables were like, so I ain't sitting here sort of like talking gibberish, and it took me 10 frames to get it to actually get to grips with the table. After that, granted, I was okay, but you know, 10 frames you're out.
Yeah,
In the first. If you've not had a practice on these, you're out. But
I mean, to be fair,
he's got another one.
cup
Break and
you know, at cup
Reds
break,
and
everyone
Peter.
seems to be doing it today, and I've been hitting
I'm
the
not a
front
fan of
ball.
cup breaks.
Neither am I, because you know, if you catch a little bit of the front ball, the white's straight off the table.
I'm not a fan of cup breaks. When I played down here on Monday, I used my normal break that I use on the green cloths. And
what's Neil done there? It's open table. Now this is the chance that Richie Foxall should be taking, and this.
If Richie don't get these, it's all over. I think
Yes.
it'll be 6-0
Yes,
potentially.
yes,
But
because his head
honestly-
will not be there.
I honestly can't see Richie missing these. Richie don't miss these.
Take the one into middle first,
He's been a
or
bit lackadaisical in his first one where I think he was a bit...
just a
was
lack of
this is too
concentration, like I
easy.
said.
But he don't miss these. But yeah, as I was saying earlier on, I applied me break that I normally do on the green tables, and I slid it off into the middle bag, 3 breaks on the trot, and I adjusted my break to a certain part of the table, and every break from there I potted 2. So you've got to adapt your break on these tables as well,
See,
because if you don't...
Richie's going about these the hard way, if anything, because he wants to leave that one by middle really, ideally for the black.
Which I think he will too, because he's taking this into the bottom left-hand corner. You know,
He's going into the
screwing
yellows
yeah,
then, isn't
but
he?
that's fine, isn't he? So I mean, moving the bottom yellow out is probably better for him, because it gives him an easier path up onto his last red.
Meanwhile, on the other table,
Andreas
he's on
yellows,
reds. He's on
Richie's
reds.
took the one to the middle first, which is slightly surprising.
It's
But
move the yellow, isn't he? So
Yeah.
it's a bigger margin.
he's
Bigger margin.
he should be happy from there. He's just got to make sure that he pumps this in.
Andreas has got a bit lucky there, to be fair. He could have very easily
Richie
snookered
has
himself.
absolutely
What's he done?
balls that up, for want of a better phrase. Why he's stunned back, I am not sure. The shot was there to run it through, and at worst have a little snick back in and come off 2 cushions.
I'm going to put my neck out and say this is going to be an absolute whitewash.
That's a great, well, it's a big call. I say it's a great call. It's a big call, but yeah, on the other, Richie's head could go after this. To be fair, a bad shot in the first one, a bad positional shot in this one. If this don't go in, Twiggy's probably got it right. It could be 6-0.
Nah, no chance. Foul, 2 shots.
So that's the end of this round. So that's 2-0.
And the
3-0
expression,
even.
the
There's no weakness in
expression
these.
on Richie Foxall's face just explains it all.
And what's Andreas done there?
He's got lucky again, hasn't
The
he?
one in the middle bag has been very fortunate. And to be fair, even if he's left the one in the middle, he ain't getting on that red. He's going to have to play some sort of shot. To be fair, that was a poor shot by Andreas. Very poor to screw that far down the
The
table.
only thing I can think of Andreas doing is if he can see that one into the middle, he's going to have to come back up and down and basically where the red is now. Anywhere there.
Twig, in all fairness, mate, I think pushing the red up to by the middle bag or even the white on the bottom rail behind the black is his best option. Not leaving him this plant into off his yellow.
Yeah.
I don't think
Neil is
he digging down on this a little bit? He's trying to swerve around the black, isn't it? It is Amelia.
I thought Neil would have dropped the fudge, but no, not obviously.
He probably will now.
It's a bad shot there. Oh, that's a girl. Oh, he's over it.
He was never.
He's over it.
Has he?
Has he?
But he can swerve. If he can swerve. Can't he still leave him on? It's a great shot, that is really, especially on these tables.
Oh, sorry.
We'll have no language like that.
£1 in the swear ball.
Or else we have to take the mic off him.
He's played it with side.
He played with enough. There wasn't enough conviction that for me.
No, he had to.
It was sort of like he was trying to cover the bag, wasn't he?
He had to lift his cue up. And
Neil Britton there.
He's left. Wow.
Not for Neil laying the snooker. Neil just slaps that into the rolls it into the top bag, cool as you like. And now he's.
Neil said to me in our match, he says, I ain't leaving a black up the rail. What's the odds that he leaves this black up the rail?
He's sort of got it. I don't think he probably didn't want that to go, Craig, to be fair. He wouldn't either bother, but I think now he's bringing his back ball off the side rail, white on the top push. Probably level where he's now, leaving Adji absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And that's 2-0 to Craig.
Land on it. Oh, he's a bit straight. He's a bit straight.
That shot for Craig there, to be honest with you. I'd have brought that off a little bit more, but I suppose he can get it off when he gets 2 shots.
Great shot, Neil. Great shot.
Neil rolls us up the push, 3-0. Quick fire, 3-0. Richie. I'm not even going to try and attempt to say where Richie's end is at the minute. But after the initial first shot, and then after missing what Richie would deem as a relatively straightforward dish, I think it's a long way back from here, to be honest.
It's a long ball. Well, the thing is, obviously, now it's Richie Foxall's break. He's going to be not mad as such.
What on earth has Hadji played there? Andreas there was literally
nowhere near
miles
it.
off.
Yeah, nowhere near it.
Miles off.
Craigie Reynolds really should just put this red on the bottom rail.
Yeah. Chop it onto the bottom rail, clear up.
And do what he does.
Wily old foxes, Craig. He's been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
I've got a money match with him soon.
You got a money match with Craig Reynolds?
Yeah.
Good luck with that. So, Richie's broke dry, has he?
Yeah. 1, 2,
With
3,
all
4.
the yellows popped on. Well, any take your pick here. Yellows or reds? Yellows or reds?
The black looks like it goes past the red anyway, so yellows. I probably would have gone yellows then, but that's why he's in the semi.
There's a red
and
in
I'm
the
not.
bottom corner. That might have been his reason for not to. But I can't see anything other than the clearance here. The top 2 balls are probably slightly awkward. But it just depends on the way he goes. I'm not entirely sure he wants to leave the one underneath the black till last, but
He can play this red now and go up to where the green spot is near enough and play.
I think he might pop this twig, come out a little bit, and then play the one by the black.
Oh, that's gone. Unless does that top one go?
I think he does, yeah. I think he definitely does.
Oh, we can see the other one. There you go.
On the other table, Craig Reynolds is rolling these in for a 2-0 lead. As he played a offhand, Andreas, should we say, played well offhand, described as an extremely poor safety. Try to escape out of a snooker.
Get your word out,
I
son.
know, yeah, it was that bad. It's like he sent me tongue-tied.
Sent you do, Lally.
It's Craig Reynolds, mate.
Stun back out for the black.
Here we go.
4-0.
4-0.
There you go.
4-0, 2-0. And from what we expected to be a dish fest has turned into a potential mauling.
Well, after his first break, I'm not being funny, but you couldn't have asked for a better split. The white was nice. he could have had reds or yellows, but I think he was just a bit weary when he wanted to go reds. His first ball would have been the cut into middle, and he not lost the white as such, but the white would have been travelling us. And then he's just played the plant, and he's just...
Well, he was up off the plant before the ball had even reached the yellow. The white ball had reached the yellow.
There's that second ball down break again, and it's dry. No.
But they've gone a bit messy, haven't they? You know what I mean?
That's another thing with the cup break. They always seem to go over to the one side, don't they?
They do. I'm not a fan of the cup break. I've tried it a couple of times myself, and the balls seem to go all like this. So no, I wouldn't.
So Richie's gone
use
reds.
the cup break in a match in any way, shape or form. Craig Reynolds sort of cup break in the top ball here.
Oh, it's a great split. That's a great break. Look at them yellows.
So the only awkward shot here is the black.
Yeah.
For Craig, and he leaves the one to the middle.
The way he's looking.
Is he taking reds?
It looks. No, he was tricking us.
Teasing on his Craig the Tease Reynolds. That's his new nickname. So Richie's took the decision to.
He's going all out, isn't he?
Caution to the wind.
That's a great shot, that is. By Craig Reynolds.
I mean, I know he's left-handed and might be probably the right side for him, but bridging over on balls is going to be a little bit awkward, I think.
He's got to cue it, hasn't he? And wow, okay, we didn't expect that. Well, I didn't anyway. He's still got some work.
He's got the bottom one first, and he'll take the bottom one, flick through the red 8. He's automatically landing on the second one out. That's my prediction.
If he hits the yellow though, no, he's not.
He's got double.
He's got to be thinking double.
That's an interesting choice of shot from there if he is.
I honestly think that he played on it then.
Oh, I know.
But
he's had a bad contact there.
Yeah.
He's had a very bad contact, and that will do his confidence no good at all. He's not a fan of the white balls. He's on the thick contact right there. But Richie does, slaps the red in. Unfortunately, he's not actually on any easy shot on the back at all. Potentially chop it into the middle bag.
Yeah, the one
that's a potential shot. Is he doing that, or is he chopping into the bottom left and the right hand corner? Look. The problem with that is if he does that, he could give it off the yellow into the middle bag.
Oh, that's a fantastic. Oh, wow. I thought that was in. But then.
Yeah, that's Richard throwing caution to the wind there. I think normally we'd look at every option, but he didn't look at that one. Neil now just pops these two out, gets two shots, and it's a 5-0.
I don't think he'll get two shots off of this one, maybe.
No, not particularly off this one, but he's got so many opportunities to get two shots.
Eventually, yeah. He's got 7 balls on the table, hasn't he? So.
You know, if you're Mielzer, you're sort of happy. Yeah, there is an opportunity that Richie comes off 2 cushions and kicks the black in the middle bag.
The way he's looking, I think he might be swerving around the yellow, hitting the cushion, and then back doubling the black into the bottom left.
I'm not even going to try and second guess what Richie does, because what he does is sometimes Craig Reynolds here's Friday off into a quick 3-0 lead.
Oh, he's going around.
He's hit it.
Yeah, he's hit it.
So 3-0 to Craig Reynolds. Adji, I think, has finally come up against someone who's aggressive against him. Someone who he's playing really well, and unfortunately for Hadji, you ain't you ain't winning frames off Craig Reynolds when you can't even come off the top cush and find a gap that's 3 foot wide
on a 4-foot table.
On a 6-foot table. Neil now looking at I think he's looking at Goon here. What do you think?
Well, if the yellow off the cushion goes, he can use that one to get the yellow off the rail by the middle. If he's left the angle.
I think, it's just drifting a little bit to the right there, so he punches this in, fetches the one off by the middle.
He's going to be on the one at the bottom.
Oh, he's fudging.
Oh, wow.
Neil who? Neil Ash.
What the hell did I just say?
Brilliant. My eyes broke. Or is he just
I
fudge?
don't know.
Has that ever been known? Neil Britton fudging. But to be fair, I suppose that's the respect for the opponent.
Oh, it's a great shot.
And now he's perhaps playing the price, but I feel Neil plays the double here and still snookers him. Or just whacks it in and fetches his bad ball off and clears up maybe.
Shots like that, right? You think, oh, he's in trouble here. And then he knocks in a double out of nowhere. And
but
dishes the table.
That's Neil Britton, he's a great player. He's got no fear of playing any shot.
Well, he's got no fear of anybody because he's, if not one of the best around here.
Yeah, he's sort of like...
yeah, right, Kez.
Sort of... You've been a bit of a bubbler there, but I think you've been a bit of a bubbler there. He's a great money player and he's one of the best around here, but, you know... Big fish, little pond.
Yeah, there's not... Oh, wow. He's misjudged that one.
Yeah, Neil's a great player when he pulled people's legs on at the comments to Rowley. It's, yeah.
Right. No. See, I would have thought he would have played one of your shots, Kez. Just flick off it thin, take the wide to the top of the top.
Easing off there, old Adji.
Oh my
Neil.
God.
That's ridiculous.
That's orgasmic.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely. You can't play against that. It's nice to watch.
It is.
That's 5-0. Is that 5-0?
It is.
Yeah, that's 5-0. And Richie knows the writing's on the wall here. You know, Richie will tell you that he's probably had a bit of run to get where he is, and he's played rubbish and this, that, and the other. But you know, you can't play against that. It's just different class.
You can't really make an excuse for losing to shots like that. I mean, he's
no excuse playing against quality players.
He's not to double. I mean, to be fair to him, it was probably a bad shot leaving the double on the yellow. I thought he would have just come behind it, knocked it into middle, black down the bottom. But you can't argue with him and say that it was a wrong shot when he just knocked the double in like it was over the back.
There's no wrong shot if the black was in the tray.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
It don't matter what anybody says. Yeah, that's how you should have gone this way, you should have gone that way. But as long as that black's in the tray and you're 5-0 up, it didn't really matter.
That's a great split again. But he's glued on the yellow.
That's a great Blackball, Richie.
You know what though, Reds are there.
All day long there.
Reds are there.
I'm going to throw my neck out here and say Richie ain't missing these. He's going to get a consolation frame.
Okay, well I'm gonna go against you, and I'm gonna say that his confidence is gonna get the better of him.
Craig Reynolds now racing into a 4-0 lead.
I don't think
it's quite surprising that the quality of players in the semi-final that potentially could be 2 whitewashes on the cards here.
I don't think he's screwed enough out from that red though, Craig Reynolds.
No, we don't.
He's missed.
Oh my goodness gracious me! I am glad I haven't got an house to put on him. Because I would have. Yeah.
His head. He's in the car park, mate.
And I think that. That's that.
That could be it.
Neil's playing the combination shot. He
could play. No, he don't need to, but he could play for it. And if he don't get it, he's still going to be on the yellow either way.
Craig Reynolds there is overscrewed, but he's got the option to take it to the bottom right hand corner and out for the black of the middle bag. This is 4-0. Adji's just walked into a steamroller here. Absolutely walked into a steamroller. Craig Reynolds is flying. For the matches I've watched him today, he's played really well. Hasn't missed a great deal, and that just bears out in this semi-final. Surprised he's taking it into the bottom left-hand corner, but you know he ain't got to the semi-final by playing the wrong shots.
There you go.
Black into the middle. 4-0, and Richie's. I think Richie's probably already put his cue away, I would imagine, because Neil ain't missing these. So that's 6-0 in less than half an hour. Less than 15, 20 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes,
yeah.
6-0. And from what could have been potentially a match of the tournament has turned into a drumming. Richie won't be...
I mean...
He'll give you every excuse.
The way he played this morning, you can't really argue for getting to the semi-final.
No, he's had a great run. Absolutely great run. I mean, the happiest man in the building, well, not in the building, but the happiest man about is Casey Singh, because he had him in the Calcutta for 140 quid.
He actually had me. Which he had Stevie Jones.
He had you on like a bit of a sympathy vote there, didn't he, to be fair?
Yeah, right. And then he had Richie Foxall.
So Casey's coined it in, to be fair to him.
I don't know what he paid. I know he paid 210 for me, but I don't know what he paid for the other two.
Paid 140 for Richie.
Did he? Wow.
Total shelled out 300 and some odd quid. But he's put his money where his mouth is, and he's cashed it in. So fair play to him.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. Well done him.
Yeah.
Whoever had Neil in the Calcutta was probably sweating after the first event, but
Lewis Turner,
and all of a sudden Neil's in the final, and whatever that is, 800 quid, is it 900 quid back, pay 400 for him.
I know he was in. Like there was a couple of them that was.
Like the syndicate, was it?
Yeah, that's the one.
A syndicate.
Yeah. There was a couple of them that was.
Wow.
That was in on it.
I mean,
ridiculous, isn't it?
That's just a nothing shot.
Why?
So, quick 5-6-0 for Neil Britton against Richie Foxall. We're into a 4-0 for Craig Reynolds. So, it looks like as he's reverting to his let's try and contain Craig Reynolds.
He can try, but I don't think it'll work, mate. He's got an aggressive game with an old head on his body, hasn't he, Craig Reynolds? Like, I mean, that's just ridiculous shot if he played it, that double into middle. I don't know whether you've seen that, but he had he had a red by where the second yellow is by the bottom left hand pocket, and he just doubled it into middle.
Well, let's say he played it.
And that's a great shot because now that red that he's just doubled over the yellow pocket, you can use that to free up the black on the red. So Andreas is in a bit of spot of bother here.
Well, he's up against it. He knows he's 4-0 down. He knows he's battling for every frame. But yeah, and what is that? What was that? What was he trying to do there?
He hasn't achieved anything for that.
I don't understand that shot. As he tried to thin snick it, getting behind the two on the bottom pockets. As he tried to thin snick it to get into the one behind the one he's closest to. I just don't understand the shot.
I honestly couldn't tell you what he actually played because he's in between the both. You know.
In all honesty, Craig knows the total control of it. He's got the black, he's yellow covered.
Yeah, he's got less balls on the table.
I think Craig could possibly chop another one up there, make his nest massive. You can probably see the left hand side of this enough to get him behind the line and push.
Oh wow! Oh, he's oh wow!
Is he not?
That's unlucky. That is unlucky.
No. That's not unlucky. He should not have played that shot. Why would you play that shot?
I think he's tried to leave the angle on one into middle to knock him out.
Why? Because if you do, you don't land on nothing.
That
is. Your
is.
red don't go into the middle.
That is a big question.
You're going to be on the back of the yellow playing that shot. If you split it out.
So now,
I mean, there was no need for him to play that shot. Just bounce the one up and down the middle of the table, and Hadji's in a world of trouble.
yeah,
But, you know, does he give them here, Hadji?
I think he's got to. He can met them two in the middle of the rail or plant onto either ball over the pocket, I think.
But you see things different 4-0 down, don't you?
Oh, of course you do.
Do you know what I mean? He's probably thinking, pop this, go down, snooking him in behind, get another 2 shots. But he you know, similar to the last match where Richie Fox needed to throw caution to the wind. So was Andreas here, I think.
I think he's going into him here. Yeah, he's tried.
What?
I don't see the point in that shot.
There was no need for that.
No.
No need at all. It's not simply what you said. You got an easy 3-ball plant across the bottom rail. Drop it in. Leave the white down in on the bottom cushion. Play that 3-ball plant.
But like you said,
Go into it there. You know.
But like you said, he's probably thinking, I've got to do something to get back in this match. Obviously, if he dishes these, then yeah, fair play. Craig Reynolds will.
I'd be very surprised if Hadji goes for these from there.
At the moment, it's looking like he is. And
he's got to drop this in now and hold for the plant from the bottom.
But the cue ball is travelling so much, it won't. At one point it will travel somewhere where you don't want it to go. That's a all right shot. The only thing is, you don't want the yellow that he's planting onto the other yellow going on the cush and leaving the yellow into the right hand bottom pocket straight. Okay, that's
Twiggy calling the shots there, obviously.
Sorry?
Like you've never played the game, Twig?
No.
But what Andreas don't want to do is leave himself that black and be 3 foot away from it.
No.
He wants to be as close to that middle pocket as possible.
This is a brave
shot.
Brave shot.
That, for me,
no.
is nuts.
He played that really tentative. He just played it pocket weight.
Why did he play it? Why did he not drop the one over the middle bag? Drop the one into the bottom left hand corner. Play the one into the bottom that he's just played with top up by the middle bag. Why has he played that?
But the thing is, the thing you got to ask yourself is,
Craig's playing exhibition shots now. Craig's doing exhibition on his ass.
Oh my god!
And he gets what he deserves.
That's
not
just
suffering. That's exhibition stuff, isn't it?
No. For you that can't see, Kez pointed to the
For
red.
those watching in black and white, the one behind the green. I think Craig's Craig's played a 4-0 up shot there, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, the thing is, like, I said this to Lewis Turner when he was playing Rich Cox. He was that far in front, he had the obligation of going for shots that he wouldn't do.
Hello, yeah. Oh my
that he wouldn't do if it was tight. Because he was so far in front, he was going for shots.
Yeah, but Twig, that happens in the lots of matches. They get to the on 4, 5, 6 in front, and they relax. And you relax in any match, and people will come back to you, and all of a sudden they get the 1, they get the 2, they get the 3.
Well,
pressure builds.
In the last 16, I was 5-2 down, and I'm plugging away. And Dane, to be fair to him, he was going for everything.
Yeah.
And then you just got me that's tucking up, getting 2 shots and dishing up, and I end up winning 6-5.
And that's the problem. They lose focus on what they're doing, and I've said it many times. And you know, they go from playing the right shots because they're 3, 4, 5-0 up to playing the flamboyant shot, and that's exactly what Craig Reynolds did there. There was no need for him to play that shot, but he's got the break. I suppose he thought, I could throw a bit of caution to the wind, put a bit of a show on for the fans.
The thing is, though,
if that goes in off,
no, it's not. The Reds in. Wow, last ball rolling again.
That's probably good news for Hadji because the rest of the table looks a bit
pants.
Craig had a shot there, played the one into the middle bag, up and down. You leave the one to the top bag, and he's played an unbelievable cut.
It was unbelievable.
3 cushions, back across the table, 2 or 3, going off. It's not unlucky. It's a bad shot.
No.
A bad shot. So, Craig Reynolds now. He's somehow got a mini plant that ball on the right hand, on the left hand side as well.
He's going cushion first.
What's he in here?
He's going cushion first, taking the red down, down the road. This is kamikaze. If he gets it, yes, fair enough.
More like to flick the yellow.
But that to me, that's a nothing shot. See you later, bud.
So yeah, Craig's played that shot, opened it out. It's sort of like, I'll go on,
if I'm honest,
you ain't finished anything. You ain't going to finish these. So
he's got this chop along the rail again, and if he plays it tentative, it could rattle and come out.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Just concentrate on the pot. You're going to be unlucky not to be on another yellow. Just concentrate on the pot. He's overcut it.
He's overcut it.
Yeah, he's got the bag, but
he ain't. Craig will play this in here at the bottom left-hand corner with that much top. It goes across and knocks the yellow in.
I don't think so.
If he don't, he's got the easy combination shot.
No, I don't think so. The way that red is, if he plays this with a touch of left-hand side, he's just going to glide over the face of the red and leave it into the same pocket as he's potting this red.
I think Craig's in. I think Craig's in exhibition mode, to be honest with you.
He hasn't even hit that.
He's playing the combination shot.
No chance.
He's playing the combination shot. I've told you, he's exhibition mode.
Oh,
and
wow.
There you go. Twiggy, you'd need to understand, mate, that, like, commentator's eye.
I can't repeat what Stephen Hertzeg's just took called.
That's why you're sitting in the commentary box.
That's it, yeah, that's it.
Oh my goodness gracious me. That's why Craig should be sitting in the commentary box. Exhibition mode, why is he hit that hard?
No, he shouldn't do, just play pocket weight.
He's played a great combination shot there. Left himself a straight black. He's sort of...
that, in theory, that should be 6-0 because of the last frame.
Oh yeah, of course it should.
And he just missed that black.
Of course it should. But as he takes these out, it's 4-2 and all of a sudden it's a different
exactly,
game.
Exactly,
as his echoes come up and he's a bit more confident and Craig's missed a couple of pots and all of a sudden... So yeah, Ajay back in the match. He needs to capitalise on this though, to be fair. He needs to
it's a need to get. It's a need to get.
But he needs to punish Craig for his exhibitionism. I don't even know if that's a word.
I don't think it is a word, but I know I know what you're on about.
He needs to punish Craig because what on earth has he done there? I'll just stun it into no man's land, shall I?
I'll just put it in the middle of the table where I can't pot anything.
I will put it in the worst possible position.
I'll tell you what, I'll leave the exhibition shots just like Craig Reynolds is doing, right? Just to make it better to watch.
Hey, Adji's got a few of his own.
Hey, just look at me, boy.
Got a few of his exhibition shots on his own. Bless him. What's that? And again, Adji's just give the frame away. Purely not. I don't know what he done. He just stunned the white onto the D line. What's all that about? It's a nothing shot.
Can
He's
anybody?
played a lot of nothing shots. In
Can
this.
anybody help us with that? Did we not see something, or you know?
No, he played a double and then he tried to play the chop across the top rail, and he ain't got a chop in this match at all. You know what I mean? He wasn't even on the yellow when he did chop in, and it's just not the black in to get it Craig. But
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine those watching at home are thinking, how on earth has this fella got to the semi-finals? And you know, playing shots like that, you've got to think that, because that's just like rudimental, should we say?
No, that is a word, rudimental.
That's true. It's a singer.
It is. It's a
But
band, actually.
It's a band, but he's just played shots there and thinking. You'll see that on a Thursday night in the Royal Oak.
I'm gonna put my neck out on the line.
Don't put your neck out.
I am, because you know my arm's already come out of its socket by the immense.
Prediction: Craig's going to win 6-1.
No, he's gonna break this.
Wow. The fact that he's breaking, you're 50% right.
Needs a ball. Last ball. Oh!
So that's a pound Twiggy owes me, because
God damn it.
sits in the commentary box and gets something completely wrong. Do you know what I mean? Bring back Mark Bastable, all is forgiven.
Which one's us? This one or that one?
At least his brother's coming back with the refreshments. God bless him.
Do you know which one's us? Okay, viewers, 45.
I think there's 90.
No, because it's a table each, isn't it?
So if there's anybody strangely watching the empty table on the stream,
which it looks like there's 45 of you,
then it might be worth switching to
the
other table. And again, Craig's pushed that wide. The other table, because that's where the other semi-final is, and there will be a that's a mouthful of carding for you. There will be a coin toss to see which table to play on.
Yeah, because
fair.
Obviously both people have played on both tables, so one of them is going to have not so much an advantage, but they're going to play on the same table that they played the semis.
There's no advantage.
No, of course not.
It's a double-headed coin, and Neil's calling heads. That's how word jokes works. But the table is a bit of table, and it's a final. I mean, for it to be a competitive final, I would hope that Craig gets through, because I could see it being a 6-0 if Fadji gets through.
Yeah.
Because the shots he's played tonight and in the frames that we've seen have been.
I think it'd be a lot better game to view if Reynolds got through. But I'm not being funny. If Andreas comes back and wins 6-5, is more than capable than taking a few frames off of Neil.
If Fadji comes back and wins 6-5, I shall give you this £15 that's on the table.
Wow, that's quite bold. That's quite bold.
Even with Craig and his exhibition shots.
Okay.
Because once again, Hadji's played an absolute dog of a shot. Is he a non-lead?
Oh, okay.
So, Hadji's played a shot, turned it over to Craig Reynolds, and I think this could potentially be his last shot. I think Craig will chop this in the middle and fetch his back ball off.
Thing is, though, if he misses it,
Yeah,
he's going to be travelling.
He's not missing the red. He should have played that order, granted.
You know what? He's on it.
Landed absolutely
perfect.
Peter.
Yes, that's ridiculous.
Absolutely Peter.
I mean, with a middle back coming in play, all he had to do is it the jaw.
I think this is the final throws of this semi-final, to be fair.
150 to James Hay. For 150 quid. That ain't bad return.
It's a good little return.
I
think he's he's finally on his race here because Craig's not missing these. Unless he goes back into exhibition mode. At least me 15 quid safe, I'll put that back in my pocket. Anybody that knows me knows that I don't put money up lightly. 15 of the English pounds.
Wow.
But yeah, I think Craig's in the final throws here of finishing this match off. There will be a 5-minute break in between the finish of this match and the final. Give you a chance to get yourself a cup of tea or something little.
Okay. If Craig gets these or if you don't, at the end of this game I've just been told that they're going to end the stream and then there's going to be one table format, because obviously on our screen we couldn't see the two tables. We'll sort out which table that they're going to play on. So they're flipping, they're flipping for it. So they will have a 5-minute.
That information's been passed to Twiggy, who's been sitting there for 5 minutes.
We'll
not somebody who's been in all day, to be fair, to give you that.
We will have a 5-minute break after this, so we can sort everything out, set the cameras up, so then you guys at home get the best view.
Don't overplay.
Oh, wow.
Missed that. And again, Adji's back in, but he was back in last frame, and duffed it.
What odds would you give me for him to miss from here?
For Hadji to miss?
Yeah.
10 to 1 on.
10 to 1 for him to so 1 to 10. You know what? It's not even worth it.
I mean, what's that? He's played that so tentative.
I'm sorry, he's moaning, right? But he's still got options. He's still got options, though.
He's at the table. He's got 3 balls. 3 balls that are close to pockets. He should be finishing these no matter what.
He's digging down.
Sorry, put a bit too much on this, going off in the middle bag.
Oh, that's a bad shot. That is a bad shot. That is ridiculous. Why couldn't I have had him in the quarters?
I would suggest that if he can, he covers the bag here. I don't think he can, but if
he'll probably try and cover the bag and then potting him. I'm being serious. Wouldn't it just?
I'm disappointed because I was sort of going to enjoy watching Hadji play, Andreas play, and he sort of let me down a little bit because he's took my man out of the frame. Wes Humphries beat him quite convincingly 6-1, and he's turned up like he's never held the cue before in his life.
See now, Wes,
and I'm sure he's a far better player than that.
That is a great shot, to be fair.
I mean, if you're playing shots like that, it suggests you can hold the cue. So this is either going to be his last shot, or
don't play tentative. Confident. That's a beautiful shot.
It's about time. It's a lot with a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
So it's 5-2. You know, I mean, you can't write anybody off in the semi-final.
You can put that £15 back on the table.
£15 back in your pocket. It's not coming out again. It's in the light of day once. You won't see the light of day again.
Yeah, but what are you on it for now?
So Andreas smashes the pack. Has he got anything? Is that going to dribble in?
No. Oh my days.
I'm afraid that is his last shot.
It's got to be.
Them yellers. If Craig misses these yellers, we don't deserve to be in the final.
Of course you don't.
Them and Peters. Mary Poppins, as they say. So
you know he's only trouble ball. The black at the top of the table.
Yeah, but that's you drop on the top rail. You've got plenty of balls to do that.
Beautiful.
You've got 3 at least to drop in. Not worse, you play that one on the right hand side of the bottom bag off the side rail and up that anyway. You sort of wonder it back. I'm sure he wants to go on the bottom right now.
I'm pretty sure we can still put this in the bottom right. There's so many options.
Of course there is.
You don't know which way.
The position on these, unfortunately. For Hadji anyway. He's done.
Okay, let's just say, you know,
It's not.
let's just say if he does miss, what had you got? He's got a nice little group.
Boosted nest that he needs to find an egg in. That's all he's got.
A little golden egg.
You know, they all go sort of really, don't they? You know, three will drop in the middle bag. So that's a great screwed up shot for Craig. He's going to play the one in the bottom right now. Is he going to kick his little awkward one out in his exhibition mode, or is he he's going to try and get around it? I think he's just going to kick him because it leaves him one in the middle. No, he's screwing.
He's screwing him? What?
Like I say, you can't fall out of position here. Well, other than that, 4-0 exhibition shot now.
The chop. The karate chop. Perfect.
And
that is all she wrote.
queuing box, shake hands. That's as simple as it is. Stuns that in there, rolls that through. Perfect. So
he's
Craig
straight
Reynolds
down.
Finding his way into the final. Should be a good final between himself and Neil Britton.
That's a brilliant shot.
It's not. It's a basic shot.
No, but he could have very easily de-accelerated or hit it a bit too hard. Yeah, of course he could have. Right, guys.
Those that are listening, can you understand what I'm working with here?
I'll behave
That was
yourself.
a brilliant shot.
Right, guys, we're going for a 5-minute break so we can set everything up.
We're open to Eagles for a 3/4 of an hour break, to be honest.
Oh, right, okay.
5-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself a cup of tea, another beer. We're going to flip a coin. The streams will be switched to one table, so keep an eye out for that. Depending on which one you.
If anybody's got me on Facebook, I'll share it.
If you are on Facebook, then like and share. This should be a cracking final. Neil Britton versus Craig Reynolds.
We got the flip. We got the coin toss.
Flip the coin. It looks like it's hit Craig Reynolds on the back of the neck.
Right. So
pockets are deeper than mine. So we're playing on stream table 10. Stream table 10.
Yeah.
So we're going to reset the cameras. It's going to be set up as a grand final, one table. So you'll have to tune back in to what will be the grand final table. We're having a 5 minutes break. Like and share when you're back on, so we can get as many people watching the final as possible.